I'm Jeff Crouere, and thanks for watching the Jeff Crouere Show. In this segment, we're going to be talking about how Joe Biden and the Democrats are destroying America's cities. See, we look at all the major urban areas in the country, and guess which party is in control? The Democrats. They run all of the urban areas. And how are all of these cities doing? Well, they're cesspools of crime. Violent crime is through the roof. Murder is up, carjackings are up, rape, robberies. Example here in New Orleans. Murder was up in 2019, 2020, 2021, and now it's up big time here in 2022. In fact, we're going to create another post-Katrina record. The problem is that you have a lot of George Soros prosecutors that have been elected in all of these major urban areas across the country. They don't believe in incarceration. So when you don't believe in incarceration and you don't put the violent criminals back in jail, the police get frustrated because they keep arresting the same people over and over again. It's called the revolving door criminal justice system. And police get frustrated because the left has been attacking them ever since the George Floyd incident. Remember all those riots? Remember you had Kamala Harris sending money to a fund to try to spring some of these criminals from jail? Joe Biden talking about the police being an enemy? No wonder all the police unions endorsed Donald Trump. The police felt like they had a friend in the White House then. Now they've got someone who views him with suspicion, who's not a friend. And guess what's happening with police across the country? The numbers are going down. They're not recruiting. Here in New Orleans, we're 600 officers short of where we should be. So crime is through the roof. It's expanding to the suburbs. That's what's going to be going on in New York, in LA, in Seattle, in St. Louis, and all the cities controlled by the Democrats. Not only are we having problems with crime, drugs are through the roof too. People are dying of drug overdoses. Why? Because you have an open border. Because Biden hadn't controlled the border. He's not controlling the actions of China. They're flooding all the fentanyl into Mexico, coming through the southern border, and Americans are dying in record numbers. Last year, a record number of Americans died of drug overdoses, mainly called fentanyl deaths. And the fentanyl is a problem that could be solved in a great degree by controlling the border. Biden won't do it. So the drug crimes are up, the drug deaths are up. Of course, violent crime is through the roof in our major cities. And also we have another bunch of associated problems, blight, poverty. Of course, you've got homelessness. That is a terrible problem in cities such as San Francisco and LA, where you have homeless camps. And of course, the leaders there are doing very little about it. Finally, we see some pushback. In the city of San Francisco, the voters got so outraged that they actually recalled the DA in that city. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing that in LA. And miracle of miracles, maybe we'll see it in a city like New Orleans. Because the DA in this city is someone that doesn't really believe in prosecution, a George Soros DA. And the problem is compounded because the sheriff that we have is a socialist, and she doesn't really believe in incarceration. So if you don't believe in prosecution and you don't believe in incarceration, you're not going to do much as far as dealing with the violent crime problem. But all of that has been caused by the Democrats, because that is their philosophy. They care about the criminals, coddling the criminals. They don't care about the victims. And the number of victims in this country is increasing like crazy during this Biden regime. So we need law and order. We need to grow our police ranks. We need to get back to prosecuting criminals. And we need people in charge that put the victims first and not the criminals across our country. So hopefully, again, we're going to send a message in this upcoming midterm that these policies are not only bad for our cities, they're bad for America. I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow and subscribe to get more information. Go to crouere.net. You can learn everything about the shows and all our upcoming activities. Thank you so much for watching The Jeff Crouere Show.